Darius here back in for another video, and this time I'm here with my 2025 Royal Rumble predictions. Alright, gonna make some predictions about what I think is going to go down at the Royal Rumble, which is tomorrow, mañana. Some of that high school Spanish paying off there. It's only 4 matches, right? It's a very short, as I say, it's a small amount of matches on the card because it's gonna be a long show. I think it's starting at 6 Eastern. So that's how long it's gonna be. Both Rumble matches are probably gonna be like an hour and a half even. Maybe not that long, but like definitely going to be over an hour. And then, of course, you got 2 other championship matches, which we're going to get into right now with one of them. Starting off, of course, with We Are. It's not even their theme song anymore. DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Fun fact about this match is crazy, by the way. This is the first time the tag team titles will be defended on pay-per-view, or excuse me, PLE, Premium Live Event, since WrestleMania. Now, come on, Triple H. I thought when you took over, you're supposed to, do some things better than Vince did, especially when it comes to the tag division. But, hey, he's trying here, right? You got 2 amazing tag teams, DIY, Motor City, blah, MCMG. It's a tongue twister. Motor City Machine Guns, all right? Hit this match is 23 falls, and this match should absolutely fuck. It should. Because these 2 teams are amazing, great teams. I think they've only wrestled one other time on SmackDown. I think just one, no, maybe twice. I don't know. It was a great match. I remember it. And this is gonna. I saw someone say this could be like kind of similar to DIY versus the Revival when they did 23 falls match, and that match was. Oh, I forgot what takeover it was. Was it the Canada? Was it Takeover Toronto? Is one of the ones. It might have been the one where they each had one of the Revival members in like a submission, and they were trying to hold each other, stop each other from tapping. Might have been that one, but that was a really great tag team match, and I feel like it's gonna be the same thing here. My prediction though is that DIY are gonna keep the titles. Obviously they're Triple H guys. Triple H loves these dudes, and I think you can tell a better. I think you could potentially tell a long-term story sort of echoing NXT in terms of them with the tag titles, and then the moment they lose it, the turn happens. Who knows? Triple H books his stories very long. Like he takes his sweet ass time for breakups especially. So who knows? It may not even be like, oh yeah, tag titles are gone, then we break up. It might be tag titles are gone, and then slowly we build towards another breakup. But who knows? Anyway, I have DIY winning this 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know about the falls. Who's going to win what fall? I could see Motor City maybe getting a quick one at the start. No. DIY getting a quick one at the start, then Motor City getting one, and then DIY again. Yeah. So I think it's going to go down. DIY is going to retain. Next up, we have ourselves. Whoa! Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match with both titles. Both the WWE title and the Winged Eagle WWE title suspended above the ring, and you have to grab both. I believe that was added, right? You gotta grab both in order to win the match. Now, it is entirely possible that we could have a situation where Cody pulls down his belt, Kevin Owens pulls down his belt, and then we just have sort of a nebulous, Cody's obviously the WWE champion, and Kevin Owens just carrying around the Winged Eagle. I feel like what could be a cool idea for it is if you sort of treat it like the FTW title, in that it's not an officially recognized title, but Kevin Owens still defends it, against people. So if he faces, or I should say, when he faces Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, it can be over this title, even though it's not like a recognized official thing, but it's just it's just there. It can be like that. It can be his FTW title. I think that'd be pretty cool. So. Will that be my official prediction? I guess either way, Cody's gonna walk out with his title. So what if I say there? I'm gonna say Cody wins. I'm gonna say Cody wins, but with the caveat that they both could potentially bring down both, right? Although, did they have to bring down both of them to win the match? I think that's what it was. I don't know. I'll just say Cody wins and leave it at that because Kevin Owens is not going to beat Cody Rhodes. Come on now. Cody's not losing that title. He might lose that at Mania to, well, I'll keep that for men's Rumble predictions, but he might lose the title at WrestleMania, or he might not. He might, beat that person and then lose to them later. So Cody's going to win. Speaking of Rumbles, we are going to the Women's Royal Rumble match, which probably is going to kick off the show if I had to guess. This one is a toughie. I feel like this doesn't have a clear-cut winner. I mean, there's a popular answer out there, and that's Charlotte, right? They've been doing these return vignettes, and there's a lot of talk that, it's going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. Here's my thing. You can get there without having Charlotte winning the Rumble again, because she's Charlotte Flair. She can just walk up and be like, I want a title match, and she gets a title match. Who's going to argue? It's Charlotte Flair. Come on now. So I definitely don't think she needs the Rumble win. I've seen Bianca Belair as an option in case they do Bianca versus Rhea at Mania, although they haven't really hinted towards that lately at all. And plus, there's still the whole Jade Cargill thing. Who attacked Jade? Was it Bianca? Was it Naomi? Were they both in on it? So, I feel like, I don't know if I want to say Bianca. My heart is saying Io Sky. Especially because I feel like they've teased Rhea versus Io more than Rhea versus Bianca. I'm thinking back to when Io was Miss Money in the Bank, her and Rhea had, a backstage confrontation over it, because I think Rhea was the world champion at that time. So, it was like a little tease. Oh, Io cashed in on Rhea, even though we knew that wasn't going to happen. But then again, when they were both champions, when Rhea had the world title and Io was WWE Women's Champion, they, again, had another, backstage, who's better here? And then lastly, I want to say, a couple months ago, when I think it was before War Games? Yeah, because Saturday nights, no, it was after War Games, because Io was getting ready to face Liv at Saturday Night's Main Event. And there's a moment on Raw where both of them had their hands on the World Championship, kind of like a little tug-of-war thing. So I feel like Io versus Rhea is going to be the match at Mania this year. That just feels right. That's what I'm going to go with. I think Io Sky, who's been, her popularity has surged, and especially now, unfortunately, all members of Damage Control are injured. Kyrie's out, Asuka's out, Dakota's out now. It's going to be some time to let Io truly shine as a singles competitor on her own. I think Io's going to get that dub. Io is going to point at the sign. She's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble. And now we end it, of course, with the Men's Royal Rumble match. A toughie, at least it seemed to be initially. I've gone through several names when it comes to this Rumble, right? Cena could win, obviously. CM Punk could win, right? Roman Reigns, I feel like you can't even discount Roman Reigns because Roman could just win and go face Cody again at Mania. That's a possibility, even though he doesn't need to. Seth Rollins, initially I was like, Seth's not going to win. Seth is hitting that Bret Hart stage of just he's the guy that puts people over and make people look good. But I had an epiphany today, and I'll go down the different options and how I got to where I'm going to. Cena obviously could win and go face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I think that would be a big time match. It's no chance whatsoever that Cena's gonna face Gunther or go after the world title for number 17, because the world title, let's face it, is just not on the same level as the WWE title. It hasn't been booked that way, so I do not see Cena going after the world title. So Cena could win and go face Cody, or Cena could not win if you want to give him some adversity, and he has to win the Chamber to get to Cody. That could happen. I could very much see a scenario where either or. I think Cena's story at Mania is him facing Cody for the title. That could be an option. Him facing Cody for the title and not winning 17, and having to, for the rest of the year, come up with a way to get another title match, because like you said, at the end of this year he's done. So it's like a ticking clock of just I need to get number 17. I need to get it. I need it, right? So that's Cena. Punk, I'm thinking, well, what would you do? Would you do CM Punk versus Gunther at WrestleMania? I feel like he and Seth are doing another match. But then there's been talk of Cena versus Roman at WrestleMania. And Punk's whole thing isn't even the title, it's getting the main event at WrestleMania, night 1, because Cody's gonna get night 2 main event. Let's be honest here. So I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, I don't see him facing Gunther in the main event of Night 1 WrestleMania. I just don't see it. If it was him versus Seth, maybe. But then Seth would have to beat Gunther at some point between now and Mania, and I don't know where that could happen. Unless it happens in the chamber, like Gunther defends it in the chamber and Seth comes out the chamber with the title. Maybe that could happen, and you know, Punk having won the Rumble, Seth versus Punk at WrestleMania, and Punk beats him. Sorry, Seth, you get to lose to Punk again. You know, I mean, hey, Seth's no stranger to losing. He lost to Cody 3 times straight, and one of the times, Cody had only 1 peck. But then I got to thinking again. I was just like, Cena versus Roman could very well happen. There's a built-in story there. And Paul Heyman owes CM Punk a favor for helping out in War Games. So maybe his favor is facing Roman Reigns and making sure that that is the main event of Night 1. Therefore, Punk finishes his story of main eventing WrestleMania. And then that just left me with, well, could Seth actually win and face Gunther at WrestleMania? And then Seth faces Punk down the line like SummerSlam, and Punk beats him there. So many things, so many options here. But I'm going to put my foot down and say definitively, I think John Cena's winning the Rumble. John Cena's going to win the Rumble. He's going to face Cody at WrestleMania and either win or lose. So, yeah, going with Cena. You can't see me, man. I get to see one last Cena Rumble win. You know, I remember when he won the last one. I was at that age where I was like 13 years old or going on 13. I was at that age where I was just like, man, Cena sucks. Cena's boring. But about the same time, I was like, Superman's boring. He's like, no, I like Batman. But now, I've grown up. I love Cena. I love Super Cena. I love Superman. But as long as I think the better story is him losing at WrestleMania and then having to claw his way to getting another shot, to getting that 17th world title before time runs out for him. So there you go. Those are my predictions for the Royal Rumble tomorrow, which I'll be able to watch it because I wasn't going to originally. I was going to be working, actually, and missing, like, all of it. But I managed to convince a coworker to switch with me. Say, hey, I can now watch the Rumble. Will I do reactions to it? I might record. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I kind of just want to sit back and enjoy it, but on the other hand, I might stay tuned for it. I might record and upload my reactions to both Rumbles because those are always fun. The surprises, getting my reactions out there. Maybe one day when I have a bunch more subscribers, I'll make, you know how WWE takes clips of content creators' reactions and using them for stuff. Maybe that'll be me one day if I, raise my stock, which you can help me do. Hitting that subscribe button, help me get to 800 subscribers, man. I'm almost there. I think I'm like less than 20 away. Give me the 800. It's my next little sub goal. But we're pushing toward 1,000. We're pushing toward 1,000. We're pushing towards monetization. I cannot wait. I need your help to get me there, man. So make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video or go live. And please, most importantly, other than subscriptions, hit the like button. YouTube, they love likes. Like, likes are like the holy grail for them. So do that, man. Helps my video to get seen and noticed by more people. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.